Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today via tape delay from the Harold Horse Taylor Memorial Gymnasium, home of the Laurel Highlands boys and girls basketball teams. It's the Laurel Highlands Phillies taking on the Uniontown Lady Raiders. Hi everybody, I'm Nick Barczyk alongside Daniel Wallace and Jerry Dupay, and we welcome you aboard for tonight's basketball action. The South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and CUTV with J.R. Wheeler and Gary Smith. Once again, I'm Nick Barczyk alongside Daniel Wallace and Jerry Dupay, and we'll be right back with lineups for both teams after these messages right here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
High energy costs eating away at your budget? Turn to the experts and call Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated at 724-438-5400 and ask for George or Mike. Let one of them tell you about Carrier's new Green Speed technology. Afraid of the cost of installing a geothermal system? Let Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated explain how Green Speed can help you achieve the same or similar results as geothermal without the same installation costs. Past history shows that the costs of heating and cooling your home are only going to continue to go up and up. Carrier's new Green Speed systems, when matched to your specific situation, will help you achieve substantial operational cost savings over conventional equipment. Green Speed can give you the same or very similar results as geothermal in many different scenarios. Achieve SEER ratings of up to 20 with HSPF ratings of up to 12.5 for your home with Green Speed. Turn to the experts by calling Fayette Furnace Company at 724-438-5400 and asking for either George or Mike about giving you an estimate for combating the continuing high costs associated with heating and cooling your home.
Welcome back here on the South Union Township Sports Network, a night of girls high school basketball action as we watch this contest between the Uniontown Lady Raiders and the Laurel Highlands Phillies. Nick Barczyk alongside Daniel Wallace and Jerry Dupay. Let's give you the starting lineups first for the Lady Raiders of Uniontown, led by head coach Jason Winfrey. They are led by their senior guard, who stands 5'5", number 4, Kai Harris, followed by a 5'5" guard, a sophomore, number 5, Malaysia Ellis. A 5'6" guard, Ariel Winfrey, number 12. She is a senior. 5'3" guard, a sophomore, Kyra McCargo, number 24. And rounding out the starting five for the Lady Raiders is number 33, Alonda Jackson, a junior. And she is a forward standing 5 feet 10 inches tall. That's the Uniontown starting five. We'll come back with the Phillies starting lineup right after this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Esophageal reflux affects 20% of Americans and can lead to heartburn, regurgitation, chest pain, and difficulty swallowing. Reflux is caused by stomach contents passing a faulty valve and entering the esophagus. Ulcers and precancerous tissue can then form. Doctors Ruthart, Calabrese, Stokes, and Ballou offer the latest testing and treatment for reflux disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial advisors of Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Phillies basketball team and their coaches on having a successful season this year.
Welcome back on the South Union Township Sports Network. Uniontown Lady Raiders and the Laurel Highlands Phillies set to do battle here in just a few minutes. But first, we got to get to the starting lineup For the Phillies, as we've already covered the starters for the Uniontown Lady Raiders. For the Phillies, at guard, a 5'3" senior, number 2, Ashley Gaudarisi. At guard, a 5'8" senior, number 11, Abby McDonald. At forward, a 5'9" senior, number 15, Sarah Proud. Also at forward, a 6-foot even senior, number 21, Satiri Tale. And rounding out the Phillies starting 5, a 5'5" junior guard, number 32, Mia Fuller. We'll take one more quick break here on the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll be right back with the opening tip-off here between the Lady Raiders and the Laurel Highlands Phillies on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Welcome back on the South Union Township Sports Network. Uniontown Lady Raiders and the Laurel Highlands Phillies ready for the first of 2 meetings between these 2 teams here this season from the Harold Horst Taylor Memorial Gymnasium. Now it's time for the national anthem. We turn it over to PA announcer Barry Rosner.
And now the starting lineup for the Uniontown Red Raiders and the head coach, Jason Whitford. Here's the starting lineup. A senior 5'5", number 4, Kai Harris. A senior 5'6", number 12, Ariel Whitford. A junior 5'10", number 33, Amanda Jackson. A sophomore 5'5", number 5, Malaysia Ellis. And a sophomore 5'3", number 24, Kiera Apargo.
There you have it. The starting lineups one more time for both sides. For the Lady Raiders, it's Harris, Ellis, Winfrey, McCargo, and Jackson. For the Phillies, Galderisi, McDonald, Proud, Talley, and Fuller. And Nick, the Phillies coming into this one 7-7. The Lady Raiders down on their luck at 2-8. You got to think the Phillies want to get off to a quick start here and put the pedal down.
You definitely would think they're on their home court against a crosstown rival, and hopefully the result is a positive one for them tonight as they look to get on the winning end of things tonight in this one.
The Phillies won the tip, and now it's with Abby McDonald out at the point. She looks to go inside. Proud, she has it knocked away, and Uniontown, they'll come away with it with Winfrey. Bringing it across the timeline, that's Kai Harris. Harris across to McCargo. She has it knocked away by Galderisi. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Lady Raiders. On the inbound, they find Harris. Harris met by Mia Fuller out around half court. She'll look to go to her right, gives it off to Ellis. She's trapped in the corner by McDonald and Talley comes away with the basketball.
Great defense there by the Phillies. Terry Talley going in there and stripping the ball away.
McDonald, she looks to drive to her right, hands off to Galderisi on the right wing. Looking to go inside. Talley, she got position. She puts it up quickly. No. Proud there for the rebound, and she's going to be fouled. A nice look to go inside. Nick to Talley, but she couldn't quite corral it and put it up. But the Mustangs make the Phillies. They get a foul out of it at least, and it'll be McDonald. She'll inbound underneath.
And Talley's been so physical all season. I've watched the Phillies, and she's the dominant one down low.
One more time they try it, and Talley, she can't put it home. Rebound with Kai Harris. Harris, she looks to drive into the paint. Finger roll off the glass. No, and Fuller comes away with the rebound. Galderisi up ahead on the outlet. She's hounded, and she's going to be hacked. Kira McCargo, a hard foul on Ashley Galderisi. And Galderisi's going to try to put the first points up on the board tonight for either side from the stripe.
And Galderisi, the point guard of this Phillies team, is the ball general for this Phillies squad, and she's pretty dominant from the floor and from the foul line as well.
First one for Galderisi, front iron, and no. A lot of switching going on down on the blocks by the Lady Raiders, trying to get the matchups they want on the box out. Second one, Galderisi. She got the second. 1 of 2 from the line. She puts the first point up on the board tonight, and the Phillies lead 1-0. Full court trap put on by the Phillies, now 2-2-1.
The Phillies being very aggressive early on here.
Winfrey, she's going to be trapped by McDonald. Galderisi finds Harris. She'll break at the timeline. She looks to drive to the hoop once again. Harris off the glass, no. She hits the deck, and the Phillies looked outlet with Abby McDonald. McDonald, she'll drive into the paint, pull it back out. Thought about the shot, hands off to Galderisi. She'll drive baseline, finds Talley. One more time, McDonald now for 3. Abby McDonald off the glass, doesn't go. And Ariel Winfrey comes away with the rebound for the Lady Raiders. Winfrey into the paint. She has it stripped away. She recovers it. But there also Sarah Proud takes it away, and now the Phillies looking to run one more time. Mia Fuller all the way to the glass. No good. Rebound tipped around, and coming out with it is McCargo, and it's finally knocked out of bounds by Abby McDonald.
These teams feeling each other out very early on. No field goals yet in this ball game. A 1-0 Phillies lead, so each of these two teams feeling each other out, and of course the Phillies being very aggressive. They relax on the press here.
Malaysia Ellis brings the ball across midcourt, looking for Harris. She looks to drive into the lane, up over Talley. Proud was there, met her at the rim. She can't get it to go, and now the Phillies trying to outlet one more time. But there for it is Ellis. She stepped on the line, though, and the Phillies will keep the ball. So far, Nick, it's been a lot. The Lady Raiders offense, it's pretty much entirely gone through Harris trying to go straight to the rim, but she's been met every time by Proud and Talley, who haven't let her get a good shot off. Exactly, yes. Kai Harris trying to, facilitate something and get something going for the Raiders on offense, but the Phillies will have nothing of it. Galderisi's shot too strong, and Harris one more time to the rim. Off the front iron and falls out. Ball tipped around, last touch by the Lady Raiders, and the Phillies will get it back. 5:30 left to go in the first quarter. Only a 1-0 game with the Phillies leading. Two-three zone for the Lady Raiders as they drop back. Galderisi off to McDonald on the right wing. Back to Galderisi. She goes inside. Proud left open on the low block. She finds Talley up and in. Beautiful ball movement there, and as usual, Talley finishes on the right block. 4 Phillies touch the ball on that possession, and we got a double dribble against the Lady Raiders. Bad mistakes early, and out comes Harris. As we're going to get a new Lady Raider in, checking in for the first time. That's going to be Kira Rose. Proud with the ball. She goes up hard, and she's going to be fouled. Sarah Proud, she's going to have to earn 2 from the line. As soon as Rose checks into the game, she's hit with her first foul. Third foul on the Lady Raiders so far. As Proud knocks down the first of 2. And the Phillies have been very aggressive, but so far no fouls on their side, so they're certainly in the advantage there as the Lady Raiders have already picked up 3 team fouls. Second one from Proud. Back of the rim and drops in. She gets them both. 2 of 2 from the line, and the Phillies lead 5-0. Full court press one more time by the Phillies. Ellis hounded from behind, and it's going to be a foul. That's going to go against Ashley Galderisi, her first. A little too aggressive there as she tried to reach for the basketball and strip it out, but she's going to get whistled for the foul. Kai Harris quickly back in for the Lady Raiders as she'll replace Kira McCargo. Ellis across midcourt. She has it taken away by Galderisi on the floor after it. She stood up. It should have been a walk. No call. Abby McDonald now. Skips it across to Mia Fuller. She can't handle it, and it's taken away by the Lady Raiders. And all the way knocking it out of bounds. No, she keeps it in. As that was Janice Lennon. And now coming away with it is Proud. Galderisi. She goes all the way to the rim. Off the glass, and yes. 3 points now for Ashley Galderisi. Phillies lead 7-0. The Phillies starting to pull away after a couple of missed travel calls, and they're in complete command of this game, up 7-0. Ellis has it knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Lady Raiders. Harris, she'll inbound right in front of the Philly bench. A couple of players go up for it, and coming away with it is Kai Harris eventually, and she's going to be fouled. It's going to be Sarah Proud with that foul, her first personal. Only the second team foul on the Phillies as we hit 4:03 left to go in the first quarter. And Harris will try to put the first points on the board for the Lady Raiders from the stripe. Harris knocks down the first one. Another substitution as back in comes Kira Rose. Also on the Phillies side, Gianna Johns in now. And Mia Fuller coming out of the game for the Phillies. Harris knocks down the second one. 7-2 Phillies lead, 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Galderisi off to McDonald. She has Proud on the block. Proud comes up to the elbow. McDonald instead goes down low to Johns. She has it knocked away by Winfrey and out of bounds. And Talley, she'll check back in for the Phillies. She'll replace Sarah Proud. Also Kylie Miller out there. Talley quick on the inbound. Tries to go down low. Johns has it knocked away. A scrum under the basket, and Harris comes away with the basketball. Kai Harris, stop and pop in the lane. Off the right iron, no good. Knocked off. McDonald out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Raiders, as that was Lennon knocking it away. Make that Marinucci. That's Abigail Marinucci knocking that one away. Inside, looking for Talley. She had position, but overshot her, did Abby McDonald.
That's the basis of that Phillies offense, hitting the ball down low to Talley, but that one was well over her head and out of bounds.
2-2-1 press once again, and Harris tried to break it quickly with a long pass, has it taken away. McDonald thought about the shot. Hands off. Miller for three. No. Out of bounds, last touch by the Phillies. Sarah Proud, she didn't get much of a breather. She's going to check right back in and replace Gianna Johns. And we're going to get a timeout as well by the Lady Raiders. 30-second timeout. We'll take a break as well and be right back with the rest of the first quarter here on the South Union Township Sports Network. (7-2) Phillies lead the Lady Raiders as we come back on the South Union Township Sports Network. 3:11 left to go in the first quarter. Lady Raiders inbounding from underneath their own basket. Harris, she'll get the inbound. They'll break the press with Winfrey. She goes down low. That's Jackson. Her shot doesn't go. Rebound pulled down by the Lady Raiders. Winfrey, she'll take a shot and knock it down. Ariel Winfrey in the paint knocks down the jumper. Phillies still lead it by 3, 7-4. McDonald on the left wing. Miller across to Gauderisi. Goes inside. Floater. No. Tipped around and rebound with Rose. Harris. She looks to get into the paint one more time. Kicks it out to Winfrey in the corner. Jumper. Got it. Just like that. The Lady Raiders find themselves down by 1. 4 quick points by Ariel Winfrey. McDonald drives to her right. Hands off to Miller. Gauderisi in the corner. She'll take the three. Too strong. Bounces out. Harris there for it. Gauderisi knocks it away. Fighting for it now. Harris and Gauderisi. Gauderisi comes away with it. She's going to take it to the rim herself, and she's fouled from behind. Foul's going to go against Winfrey, her first. 4 on the Lady Raiders so far here as we hit 2:09 in the first quarter. Miranda Stevens in for the first time for the Lady Raiders. McDonald, she'll inbound from the baseline. Inbounds to Gauderisi. Goes inside to Talley. She's looking to back down Stevens. Has 2 Lady Raiders collapse on her. And Ariel Winfrey tries to come away with the ball. Talley gets it, finds McDonald, and lays it off the glass.
Great play by Talley to keep her composure on the floor and give the ball up for an easy bucket for the Phillies.
Talley sticking with it, finds McDonald, and the Phillies lead 9-6. Winfrey breaks the trap. She goes inside. Talley meets her there. Harris takes the jumper from just in front of the free throw line, and Kai Harris has 4 points.
Beautiful jumper there on the right wing for Kai Harris, who now has 4 on this game.
Gauderisi inside to Proud. She'll take it off the glass. Tipped around. And we got a tie-up between Stevens and Proud as Stevens goes to the floor.
Typical Uniontown Laurel Highlands action there, very chippy. That's actually the first jump ball of the game, and the basketball will go to Uniontown on the arrow.
Maybe a little preview of what we may see when the boys meet down at Uniontown here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
That'll be a fun one as well.
Lady Raiders get it on the tie-up. Harris and Winfrey looking to break the press. Winfrey across with Rose. Back to Winfrey. On the line, it's a 2. Jumper doesn't go. Rebound. Tipped out to McDonald. She'll slow things up as there's 3 Lady Raiders there to meet her, and McDonald tripped by Rose. Bad foul away from the basket by Kira Rose, her second. And we got another substitution coming for the Lady Raiders.
So number 12, Ariel Winfrey, coming out of the game, and a number 20 coming in.
An unknown number to us. That's not on our rosters.
No.
Gauderisi to McDonald. She has Proud and Talley both in front of her calling for the basketball. McDonald, she's trapped in the corner. It's taken away by the Lady Raiders. Kai Harris now. Proud all over her. And Galderisi takes it away. Up ahead. She's looking for McDonald. She threw too far ahead of her.
Great play by Galderisi, who's so aggressive out there. The point guard on this Phillies team had a fast breakaway there, but overthrew her intended target, Abby McDonald, who comes out of the game.
And she'll be replaced by Mia Fuller. "30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And we got to travel. The press doing its job there for the Phillies as it forces a Lady Raiders turnover with 27.5 left to go in the first. Phillies leading 9-8. Phillies, Nick, you got to think here, are going to be looking for that last shot with only 20 seconds left.
I would think they have the 1-point advantage in the basketball in their end, but a turnover.
But right back, the Lady Raiders give it, and Fuller, she's hit hard going to the basket. Talley, and one. Satiri Talley has the cleanup on Mia Fuller's shot. She's going to the line as well for one more.
And the foul will be on number 20 for the Raiders, and Talley so physical down low. That's her fourth point. Second bucket of the game from the right block and one.
Couple Phillies substitutions now. As checking into the game, Melissa Bonchnak, Megan McDonald. Talley looking for the extra one from the stripe. And she got it as well. 5 points now for Satiri Talley as the Phillies lead 12-8. 9 seconds left to go for the Lady Raiders to work with. Almost another turnover. Kai Harris ends up with it. Ariel Winfrey now. Winfrey almost walked with it. Harris, she'll take a deep three. She got it! A huge shot by Kai Harris to end the corner. She knocks it down well behind the three-point line, and she sends the Lady Raiders into the first quarter break, only trailing the Phillies by one. It's 12-11 Phillies as we get ready for the second quarter here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
We're back on the South Union Township Sports Network as we get ready to start quarter number 2 between the Phillies and the Lady Raiders. And Nick, it looks like we finally got our mystery number 20 figured out.
Yes, Kelsey Rhodes, number 20 for the Lady Raiders. She had a foul earlier on in the game. And
Galderisi off to Proud, back to Galderisi. Abby McDonald back in the ball game on the left wing to Galderisi. Proud open down low on the block. Straight up with it, she's fouled. Yolanda Jackson got her money's worth on that one, and she's going to send Sarah Proud to the free throw line.
That's Jackson's second personal, and that is 7 team fouls now on the Raiders. So the bonus coming up for the Phillies of Laurel Highlands.
2 shots for Proud, 2 of 2 so far tonight. Make it 3 of 3. Miranda Stevens back into the game for the Lady Raiders. Proud, she'll get one more. That one falls off the rim, so 1 of 2 she goes, 3 of 4 tonight. Talley on the rebound and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Raiders.
And as usual, Talley around that basketball. She seems to be have a nose for the ball all the time, and Phillies keep the basketball on their end.
McDonald on the inbound. Has it knocked out of bounds by Harris. She was looking for Galderisi.
Good defense on the inbounds there by the Lady Raiders.
13-11, the Phillies lead. We'll try it one more time. McDonald finds Talley on the bounce pass. Spin move in the paint. It doesn't go. And the rebound with Kai Harris. Harris on the left wing. Hounded by a couple Phillies now is coming over to help is Miller. Hands off to Winfrey. Harris one more time. She'll look to drive. Kicks to Winfrey. Then it goes to McCargo. She takes the shot. Tipped around the rebound. McCargo comes away with it. And we're going to get a travel. A couple Phillies had their hands all over the basketball. McCargo moved the feet.
She did no jump ball call, and a turnover for the Lady Raiders as they call the travel there. So really entertaining game, physical game, and right now only a 2-point lead for the Phillies. But in my opinion, they've really dominated this contest early on, in my view.
McDonald across to Gaudarisi. Fuller takes the jumper inside the line. Only two, doesn't go, and Sarah
Great
Proud
rebound.
there again.
Sarah Proud with the offensive rebound as the 3-ball went in and out, and great job by Proud to finish, and she's going to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play attempt.
And that fouls Miranda Stevens first. Looking for the extra one now. Sarah Proud, 3 of 4 from the line today. The extra one falls out. Satiri Talley there, though, fighting for the rebound. Finds Gaudarisi up and in. That play made by Satiri Talley. She pulls down another board, and Ashley Gaudarisi has 5 points.
They're not resting there as they come back with the press, and the Raiders break it.
Stevens underneath. She's fouled. The press has worked a few times with the Lady Raiders able to break it that time, and Miranda Stevens is going to go to the line for the first time.
Foul on Talley, her first personal.
Stevens leaves the first one well short, and back in now is Abigail Marinucci. Yep, she's going to have to wait a minute as it looks like she's coming in for Stevens. Second one for Stevens. No as well. Rebound long as Winfrey finds it, and she traveled. Pressure put on by Satiri Talley. Forced the travel on Ariel Winfrey's. So now Abigail Marinucci will get herself back into the ball game. 17-11, the Phillies lead. Proud inside, looking for Talley, knocked away. Kai Harris comes away with it. She has Ellis to her left. Harris takes it herself all the way to the rim, doesn't go. Rebound there, Proud once again. 2-0, the Phillies ahead. Mia Fuller to the rim. And she missed the layup. Talley for the rebound. And we got a foul before the shot, it looks like. And it's going to go against Talley. Over the back on Satiri Talley.
Very interesting foul call there on Talley, who, of course, threw the ball up ahead to Mia Fuller, who missed the easy bunny, as we like to call it, from the left block. That's a shot you have to make when you're uncontested, but a very hard luck foul there on Talley, her second personal.
Back into the press go the Phillies. Marinucci, Harris. Same team, knocking each other down, and we're going to get a timeout. A good timeout call by the Lady Raiders as the pressure was working, so we'll take a break. 17-11, the Phillies lead the Lady Raiders with 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Phillies basketball team and their coaches this year. From the Phillies Basketball Boosters.
We're back on the South Union Township Sports Network. Phillies leading the Lady Raiders here at the Harold Horst Taylor Memorial Gymnasium, 17-11. 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Ellis will start with it for the Lady Raiders. As the Phillies now, they're going to drop back out of their pressure. Harris goes down low. Winfrey up over Proud. Rebound fought for, knocked around, out of bounds. Phillies are going to get it back. Gaudarisi brings it up the floor for the Phillies. Inside looking for Proud, knocked away by Ellis. She takes it away. Now on the floor as it was knocked away by Gaudarisi. Winfrey comes away with the backcourt.
Either a travel or a backcourt violation there, and they whistle her for the backcourt as she was on the floor with the ball, and Threw it on the other side of the timeline.
Yolanda Jackson back in. She's going to replace Kira McCargo. Quickly, Phillies looking for Fuller for three. Off the back iron. Gaudarisi, the smallest player on the court, comes away with the rebound and the putback.
She doesn't play small, that's for sure. Another offensive rebound for the Phillies, Tally, and now Gaudarisi with offensive boards for LH.
And now the pressure causing problems for the Lady Raiders. And McDonald, a bad foul at half court.
But it certainly was an unnecessary foul there. Their first personal.
The Raiders will inbound to half court. Harris to Winfrey. She drives inside. Proud straight up. No foul. Yolanda Jackson on the putback. No as well. And Proud comes away with the board. Quickly looking outlet to Gaudarisi. She's got Fuller too far in front. She put it past the outstretched arms of Mia Fuller and out of bounds. Lady Raiders get it back.
Phillies have the press and work again here.
Harris. Winfrey. They find Marinucci. She goes to the rim. Proud with a block. Last touched by Abigail Marinucci.
Good defense there with the arm straight up in the air. Sarah Proud.
Gaudarisi. Johns in the corner. And now we got to travel down low. So a turnover for the Phillies. Back in. Kira Rose for the Lady Raiders.
Abigail Marinucci taking a seat on the bench for Uniontown for now.
Winfrey comes across half court and she traveled.
Lost her footing there, maybe a slick spot on the floor, and she gets whistled for the walk.
Gaudarisi. Cross half court. McDonald. Skip pass to Gaudarisi. She'll take the three. Off the iron. Rebound. It's fouled by Winfrey, and she'll bring it forward. She finds Rose. Back to Winfrey. Jumper doesn't go. With the rebound, Yolanda Jackson, and she's fouled by Gianna Johns.
Good job there on the offensive rebound by Yolanda Jackson, going up, and she gets hacked, and she'll have her two shots, and that foul will be whistled on Gianna Johns, her first personal.
Back in Megan McDonald, and she'll replace Johns. Second one doesn't go either, and Abby McDonald comes away with the rebound. McDonald, she's just going to go all the way to the rim herself. Doesn't go, but Proud there on the follow. No. And the rebound with Winfrey. Proud and Fuller fighting Winfrey for the basketball again. And now Harris comes away with it, and the Lady Raiders might have numbers. Harris dumps it off to Yolanda Jackson. It doesn't go. Jackson one more time. This time Rose, no. Tipped, last touched by the Phillies. Opportunities coming for the Lady Raiders, Nick, but they're just not capitalizing.
No, Kai Harris doing her best job down there and trying to give the basketball up for some layups, but missed shots. They've had some good looks, the Lady Raiders, but just not able to capitalize, and they'll inbound the ball here.
Quickly, Winfrey, she hits the roll. Ariel Winfrey finds the first points of the quarter for the Lady Raiders. 19-13, the Phillies lead with 3.5. Proud, she's fouled. Miranda Stevens there. She met her at the free throw line, grabbed the arm. And second here in the first half on Miranda Stevens.
She'll get two shots here. She was in the act of shooting. The Phillies are in the bonus for the rest of the half, so they'll shoot foul shots regardless of where the fouls occur, and that first one no good.
Yeah, that makes Proud 3 of 6 now so far today. Second one, no good as well. 0 for 2 that time. Harris comes away with the board. More pressure now on Harris. Rose in the corner of the jumper. No. Rebound. Gaudarisi finds another one.
Another good look there for Uniontown, but they can't hit the jumper.
Gaudarisi trying to come ahead quickly, maybe a little too quickly. She lost the basketball, and now Rose has a clear lane to the basket. Gaudarisi behind her, knocks it away. Great defense, Ashley Gaudarisi getting a piece of the basketball, knocking it out of bounds.
And no give up, and Gaudarisi could have easily let Rose get to the basket for an easy point with her team up 6, but Gaudarisi very aggressive and very good defense there from behind.
McCargo back in. Jumper from Ellis from the corner for 3, no. And there for the rebound, the two McDonald sisters fight for it, but Megan comes away with it. Now Abby McDonald breaks half court. Abby, she finds a lane to the basket, spins. No basket, no shot. We're going to get a foul before the shot. So Abby's going to go to the line for 2, as that should put him in the double bonus. Kai Harris on the foul.
Her first personal. And team foul number 10, so the double bonus upcoming for the Phillies, and 2 shots on the way for Abby McDonald.
Abby only 2 points so far tonight. No attempts from the line for her. First one, Abby got it.
Beautiful stroke there on that foul shot.
Abby McDonald one more. Got that one as well. 21-13, Phillies advantage. Harris goes inside, free throw line to Winfrey. Ellis back to Harris. 2-3 zone again for the Phillies. Winfrey. Corner to Ellis. Pressured by Megan McDonald. Trapped by the McDonald sisters now. And Abby's going to be called for a block.
Very questionable call there. Great defense in the corner by Megan McDonald, but they're going to whistle the foul on Abby McDonald. As you said, the McDonald sisters a little too aggressive there apparently, as Abby gets whistled for her second foul.
That's going to put the Lady Raiders in the 1-1. So Malaysia Ellis is going to get her first chances from the line tonight. Front end. And she hits the front end of the rim. McDonald comes away with the rebound. Looks to go ahead, has it knocked away, gets it back. She goes all the way to the bucket herself. Doesn't go. Ariel Winfrey with the rebound, and now Kai Harris looking to go quickly. She's got 1-on-4. She's got 4 Phillies back against her, and Kai Harris decides to pull it up. Looking for the double dribble, no call. Ellis for 3, short. McCargo there on the rebound, fighting with Gaudarisi for it. And we're going to get a tie-up. I don't know about you, Nick, but that looked like a double dribble there. It
certainly did. The crowd thought so. I thought so. And they got away with one there, and Uniontown will keep possession on the arrow.
Didn't look like the ball was knocked away. Harris on the inbound looking for Winfrey. Knocked away. She'll just keep it herself, does Harris. Picks up her dribble. Finds Winfrey. She's left open for 3. Ariel Winfrey off the iron. McDonald, she's fouled on the rebound. Kira McCargo is going to be hit with her second.
And the fouls racking up for some Raiders. We have 2 on McCargo, 2 for Rose, and 2 for Jackson and Stevens as well. So some early foul trouble as Abby McDonald heads to the line for the 1-1, or for the double bonus 2-shot foul.
First one, got it. This one can give the Phillies their first double-digit lead of the night.
And Gianna Johns comes into the game for the Phillies. Coming out of the game is Megan McDonald.
Second one, Abby McDonald. She got that one as well. Now we'll see Kylie Miller back in, and she'll replace Abby. 23-13, Phillies lead over the Lady Raiders. 1:40 left to go in the second quarter. Ellis, Harris, Winfrey. Marinucci back to Winfrey. She's trapped by 2 Phillies. Finds Harris. Kai Harris open for 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Gianna Johns. And now the outlet up ahead. Beautiful pass to Ashley Gaudarisi off the glass. No call and no bucket either. Kai Harris comes away with it for the Lady Raiders. Harris, she'll stop and pop, foul from behind. And that looked like it was Gauderisi that got the arm.
I think it was. We'll see what the officials say, and it will be Gauderisi.
So 2 for Ashley Gauderisi. Puts Kai Harris at the free throw line for the second time tonight. And she can't hit the first one. She was 2 of 2 the first time she went there tonight.
7 points for Kai Harris, and you can really tell the offense for Uniontown runs through her.
And the 5'5" senior for the Lady Raiders gets the second one. 23-14, Phillies edge. Gauderisi drives. Scoop shot. No. Marinucci there for the rebound. Keeps it in play. Looking for Kai Harris through her legs. On the floor after it, a couple Phillies and Kai Harris. Fuller thought she had it, but Ellis ends up with it. Harris, she's fouled by Miller. Kylie Miller a little too aggressive away from the basket, but only her first. It's just going to send Kai Harris right back to where she came from at the free throw line.
Neither team can hold on to the basketball for any substantial amount of time. The ball, it's like a ping pong match going back and forth, and all of these fouls. Now each team basically in the double bonus, and Kai Harris, the Raiders' leading scorer, to the line.
Well, this time Harris hits the front end of the 1-and-1.
Gives her 9 tonight.
And another substitution coming as Essence Cooper checks in for the Lady Raiders. Harris makes the second one. 7-point lead for the Phillies, 23-16.
And it looks like Marinucci coming out of the game for now.
Kylie Miller. Gauderisi. Bonchnak, she has position. She gives it to Johns instead. Scoop shot, looking for it. And we're going to get another foul. That's going to be the third on Miranda Stevens here in the first half.
Not what you want to see there. 3 fouls before halftime on Miranda Stevens, and she hasn't scored any points either for Uniontown, sending Johns to the foul line.
Can't hit the first, and Megan McDonald comes in, replaces Gauderisi to give her a 35-second breather before halftime.
Gauderisi's been so good tonight, 7 points and a couple of rebounds, some offensive rebounds, and pretty good defense as well.
Second one, Gianna Johns, her first point of the night. 1 of 2 from the line. Harris, 30 seconds to work with, trailing by 8, 24-16. Cooper, back to Harris.
2-3 defense for the Phillies, and it's giving Uniontown a little bit of trouble here as they look for a end-of-half bucket.
Cooper in the corner. Tried to go down low to Winfrey, knocked around. And it's going to be last touch by Bonchnak out of bounds. 13 seconds now for the Lady Raiders. You got to think here, Nick. You want to find a way, 13 seconds, to get Harris a shot to end the quarter.
You would love to get a basket from someone. Harris going to trigger the ball in and throws it off the back.
What a beautiful move by Kai Harris. Catches the Phillies sleeping.
The old playground trick off the back of Mia Fuller for the bucket.
And she tried to get the timeout as the ball was going out of bounds.
You see that one on the sandlot, and she used it here in this game tonight, and it worked for her. Good job by Harris.
Fuller, McDonald, 3 seconds. Megan McDonald puts up the shot. She got it at the buzzer. 2 points for Megan McDonald to end the quarter. A big shot extends the Phillies' lead, 26-18. As we go to the halftime break, Nick, we head into halftime, and you got to think the Phillies got to be happy. An 8-point lead. They were up by as much as 10 here in the first half. But a good start to this game. They had the Lady Raiders right where they want them. As long as they can keep Kai Harris contained in the second half, you got to like what the Phillies are doing.
Oh, exactly. And Kai Harris has really been dominant for the Raiders. Their leading scorer with 12 points. But overall, LH has controlled the tempo of this game, up 26-18 at the halftime break. And you look at Ashley Gauderisi, Abby McDonald, Sarah Proud, and even Sateri Talley down low grabbing rebounds. And she's been a force down low on the block. So a really good game, and Uniontown's had some decent looks, but a lot of their shots not falling. The full-court press and then the 2-3 defense for LH is giving them a little bit of trouble, but overall good game, a very physical game as we expected. A lot of contact, and each team in the double bonus got to the double bonus eventually before halftime. So very entertaining first half of play, and I expect a lot of the same in the second half.
And we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some halftime stats here for you from the Harold Horse Taylor Memorial Gymnasium. You're watching Laurel Highlands Phillies basketball. They lead the Lady Raiders 26-18 on the South Union Township Sports Network.
High energy costs eating away at your budget? Turn to the experts and call Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated at 724-438-5400 and ask for George or Mike. Let one of them tell you about Carrier's new green speed technology. Afraid of the cost of installing a geothermal system? Let Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated explain how green speed can help you achieve the same or similar results as geothermal without the same installation costs. Past history shows that the costs of heating and cooling your home are only going to continue to go up and up. Carrier's new green speed systems, when matched to your specific situation, will help you achieve substantial operational cost savings over conventional equipment. Green speed can give you the same or very similar results as geothermal in many different scenarios. Achieve SEER ratings of up to 20 with HSPF ratings of up to 12.5 for your home with green speed. Turn to the experts by calling Fayette Furnace Company at 724-438-5400 and asking for either George or Mike about giving you an estimate for combating the continuing high costs associated with heating and cooling your home.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Doctors Ruthart, Calabrese, Stokes, and Ballou offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health. Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthart, Calabrese, Stokes, and Ballou. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial advisors of Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Phillies basketball team and their coaches on having a successful season this year.
Welcome back here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nick Barczyk alongside Daniel Wallace and Jerry Dupay. The girls' high school basketball game of the week and maybe the game of the year here in Fayette County. Everyone loves to get together to watch the Laurel Highlands Phillies and the Uniontown Red Raiders, or if you're talking about the boys' side, the Mustangs. And this game right now, a LH lead at halftime over Uniontown, 26-18, an 8-point lead right now for the Phillies. Let's check the scoring here on the South Union Township Sports Network. In that first half of play, leading the pace for the Phillies, Ashley Galderizi, number 2, the point guard. She is a 5'3" senior guard, and she has 7 points tonight in the first half. Gianna Johns has 1, 6 for Abby McDonald, 5 for Sarah Proud. Sateri Talley as well, added 5, most of them down low on the blocks, and 2 for Megan McDonald, and that adds up to 26. So that's 7 for Galderizi, 1 for Johns, 6 for Abby McDonald, 5 for Proud, 5 for Talley, and 2 for Megan McDonald. The Phillies have 26 at the half. For the Uniontown Lady Raiders, it's been the Kai Harris show. Harris has been very good offensively, even against that tough Phillies D, and she has 12 of her team's 18 points. Kai Harris with 12 points, including a 3, and she's also, for my count, perfect from the foul line, 5 of 5, including a 3-ball made. So 12 for Kai Harris and 6 for Ariel Winfrey. So 2 players for Uniontown combined to give them their 18 points at the half. Kai Harris with 12 and Ariel Winfrey with 6. Checking the foul situation, each team ended up in the double bonus by halftime, and the Phillies are in better shape, it appears. 2 fouls for Gaudarese, 1 for Miller. We have 1 for Abby McDonald, 1 for Proud, and 2 for Talley. So Talley and Gaudarese with 2 could be in trouble later on in this game, but right now they are okay. Harris has 1 and for Uniontown, Winfrey with 1. 2 fouls on Kiara McCargo, 2 on Kiara Rose, 2 for Yolanda Jackson, and the only player really in major foul trouble on either side. 3 fouls before halftime from Miranda Stevens. Kelsey Rhodes has 1 as well. Once again, your halftime score, the Phillies 26 and Uniontown 18. Back with the second half with myself and Daniel right after this here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
Welcome back on the South Union Township Sports Network. We're about to start second half here between the Laurel Highlands Phillies and the Uniontown Lady Raiders. The Phillies holding a 26-18 edge as we come out of the halftime break. And Laurel Highlands, Nick, they should be good as long as they contain Kai Harris here in the second half.
Oh, exactly. 12 of the 18 points in that first half for the Lady Raiders came from Kai Harris, so as long as they contain her, they should be okay.
And Talley starts things off for the Phillies. She gets underneath and lays it off the glass.
Picking up right where she left off, Daniel, and Talley's so dominant down low, and she does have 7.
And a bad turnover now for the Lady Raiders.
You can't afford to do that if you're Uniontown already down 10.
Phillies have Proud, Gaudarese, McDonald, Talley. The only non-starter out there is Kylie Miller. As a turnover for the Phillies now leads to a fast break for the Lady Raiders. Harris tucks it away, keeps it herself, puts it off the glass.
Just what we talked about, contain Kai Harris, and LH, even with their great defense, wasn't able to do it there.
Miller brings it across the timeline. Now the Phillies, they have 4-on-1, and Miller's going to take it all the way to the rim herself. She gets fouled. Another Lady Raider is going to have 3 fouls as Yolanda Jackson gets hit with her third.
That's Jackson with 3. Stevens has 3, and the foul trouble becoming an issue for Uniontown. They're down 8. And 2 shots on the way for Kylie Miller, looking for her first points of the night.
Front iron for Kylie Miller, no good. And she'll get 1 more now. Miller got the second. 1 of 2 for Kylie Miller from the line. Phillies lead 29-20 over the Lady Raiders. An extended half-court press now for the Phillies, looking for a trap. McDonald and Gaudarese and a travel.
There's a 2-2-1 it looked like there for the Phillies, and it leads to a travel violation. Another turnover for Uniontown, and that's something they really can't continue to keep doing.
Abigail Marinucci in. Out comes Yolanda Jackson with those 3 fouls.
Head coach Jason Winfrey not happy at all with his team, specifically Yolanda Jackson, who has those 3 personals. The 2-3 defense here for the Lady Raiders.
Gauderisi being pressured by Ellis, finds Abby McDonald in the corner to Miller. She'll drive baseline, take the jumper. No, but right there. Satiri Talley again.
Once again from the right block, Satiri Talley grabs the rebound and lays it in for a 9th point.
Harris pressured now by Gauderisi. She knocks it away. It's tipped back court. Winfrey, Ellis, right back. Harris. She drives into the paint. Floater. No. Tipped around. Satiri Talley there for another board. Miller up ahead. Gauderisi, but it's taken away by Harris. Trying to go a little too fast was Kylie Miller, looking for Gauderisi on the fast break. It's taken away, and now Winfrey looks to drive baseline. Has it kicked away. McCargo. One more time, McCargo. And now Kai Harris again.
Settle it down here as the Phillies fall into a 2-3, and the Raiders have to take advantage of these possessions.
Harris. Back to Ariel Winfrey. She drives, looks to drive on Proud, instead gives it back to Harris. Taking a lot of time off this clock. 5:45 left to go. Proud will come away with the rebound, and she double dribbled. Wanted to pass it ahead, looked up, picked up the basketball, put it back down. And not a long break for Yolanda Jackson with those 3 fouls. She checks right back in for Marinucci.
As she comes back in, even with those 3 fouls, she's on the floor in for Marinucci. And the Raiders down 11, 5:40 to go in the third, have to take advantage. They're getting some quality looks, but the ball really not falling for them. Harris
a deep 3, no. Miller tried to go ahead to Gauderisi and turns it over again. Harris is going to drive on Miller. We're going to foul on Miller. It looks like we're going to call for a block.
That will be on Kylie Miller, her 2nd personal.
We start fresh on the fouls. 1 aside now for the Lady Raiders and the Phillies. Inbound to Harris. She'll take the quick jumper. Kai Harris got it.
Nice catch and shoot there from the corner. Kai Harris, another bucket for her.
Gauderisi. She'll slow things up for the Phillies. McDonald. Puts it on the floor to her right, gives it to Proud. Looking to go back inside McDonald. Lost it, but tipped away. And Megan McDonald, she'll replace Kylie Miller. McDonald looking on the inbound, finds Proud. Gives it off. Megan McDonald takes the jumper from the free throw line. Can't give her that much space.
You're exactly right, Dan. A nice touch there on the jumper just beyond the foul line. And if you're Uniontown, you can't be that lackadaisical defensively. And now they're in an 11-point hole.
33-22, the Phillies lead. Harris is going to be fouled. And Satiri Talley has a puzzled look on her face.
So do I. I thought maybe a travel there on Kai Harris, but they're going to whistle Talley with the foul, and that is her 3rd.
So she's going to get herself into foul trouble. And now Coach Rydell has a decision to make. Do you want to leave Talley out there? Harris, she can't hit the first free throw.
We'll see what he does. I believe he will leave her in for now. And
Harris, the 2nd one, she got that one. 1 of 2 for Kai Harris, now with 17 points.
By far the leading scorer tonight for Uniontown, 17 of her team's 23. Winfrey with the other 6.
Gauderisi, no foul call. They went to the floor, and it's just going to be Lady Raider ball.
This kind of reminds me of the old Big East Conference on the men's side and how physical that was, and a lot of no calls, and we're going to let them play a little bit.
Winfrey in the corner. McCargo, she's open for the jumper. Doesn't get it. Ellis thought about the rebound, but instead it's Talley. She has her pass taken away. Harris spin move in the paint, and she traveled. Kai Harris traveled. Another turnover for the Lady Raiders after a nice interception there on the pass, reading it. And the Phillies will get it back with a 10-point lead, 33-23.
Kai Harris single-handedly keeping her team in this ball game, but she gets whistled for the steps, and here come the Phillies.
Saving it was Harris off of Talle's leg. It'll go out of bounds. Phillies get it back.
Substitution for Uniontown, Kyrie Rose into the game, and coming out will be McCargo.
An extended 2-2-1 half-court trap again. Inside, Winfrey. Jackson was open. Instead, it's Rose. She takes the jumper and knocks it down.
Breakdown defensively there for the Phillies. A wide open look there on the right wing for Rose, and that's her first two.
Gaudarisi, proud, goes inside. Nice bounce pass finding Satiri Tale. Left her two open. She's got 6 in the quarter. And a timeout called by the Laurel Highlands Phillies. We'll take a break as well. The Phillies lead the Lady Raiders 35-25, 3:45 left to go in the third quarter on the South Union Township Sports Network. We're back at the South Union Township Sports Network. Phillies a 35-25 lead over the Lady Raiders in this crosstown rivalry. The first edition this season. These two teams, they'll finish the year on February 4th down at Uniontown. Winfrey trapped, and she traveled. Proud and Megan McDonald there to trap her. She moved the feet, and another turnover for the Lady Raiders.
Nothing really she could do there, and the trap works for the Phillies as they have the basketball up 10. A couple of more successful possessions for them, and they could start to pull away in this one.
Gaudarisi has the ball knocked away. Phillies will have to inbound again. McDonald, she goes inside, lob to Tale, and she's fouled. It's just a big mismatch size-wise. Nobody can match Satiri Tale, 6 foot.
Oh, yes, Talley coming in at 6 feet tall, and no one really even close to her on the floor when it comes to height. You have Yolanda Jackson for the Raiders at 5'10", but she seems to tower over everyone, and she's so reliable. She's always down there, usually on the right block, sometimes right underneath the basket, and that foul shot's good. That foul, by the way, going on Miranda Stevens. That is her 4th personal.
And
she
back
has to come out of the game.
And back out she comes as Coach Winfrey has got to save her a little bit for the end of this game.
She's probably saying that's the only way Coach can stop Talley is to foul her and send her to the foul line, and she promptly makes one of 2.
Winfrey on the rebound, and Kai Harris with it. Harris all the way to the rim herself. Over Talley, gets the floater in the lane. Kai Harris just taking this game over for the Lady Raiders. 36-27, the Phillies lead.
So dominant, 19 of her team's 27.
Proud jumper from the corner. Follows her own, gets her rebound, puts it back in.
And that's what they teach them from the very beginning in the junior high and even earlier levels. Follow your shot. That's exactly what she did there to lay it in, Sarah Proud.
Harris. Trapped by Megan McDonald, has to pick up her dribble. Ellis comes to meet her. Winfrey kicks out. Rose takes the floater. It's partially blocked. Now Gaudarisi up ahead looking for McDonald, but Kai Harris is just going to knock it away. It's about the 4th or 5th time we've seen Kai Harris just knock a Phillies pass away, backtracking on defense. She takes it to the rim now. Her shot doesn't go. Talley on the rebound. Now Gaudarisi, 2-on-1. As her shot doesn't go, and she's fouled.
Pushed there by Ariel Winfrey as those two collided for the ball.
Second foul on Winfrey. Cargo back in. Marinucci back in. Bochnak for the Phillies.
And Talley is going to come out of the game, and we talked about what would Coach Rydell do. Talley has 3 personal fouls, but she's such a big factor, and with her 6-foot frame, I would have left her out there, but Coach decides to sit her on the bench for now.
Gaudarisi back to McDonald. Abby McDonald, too much time. Her shot Little long. Bochnak out of bounds. Stepped on the end line going after the rebound. Well, the Lady Raiders got lucky there. Not many times you're going to see Abby McDonald miss that shot when she's left that wide open.
That's true. A real mismatch there. Abby McDonald, such a great shot. She's very good from the foul line. We saw earlier in the game with a beautiful stroke. And when you leave a good shooter open like that, usually the ball's going to fall through. It didn't that time.
Harris off to McCargo. She's trapped. Gaudarisi and McDonald. Timeout called. Timeout called by Coach Winfrey. They'll take a full timeout. We'll take a break as well. 1:53 left to go in the third quarter. The Phillies lead the Lady Raiders 38-27. You're watching Laurel Highlands Phillies basketball on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank. At your service.
We're back on the South Union Township Sports Network, 38-27, 1:53 left to go. The Phillies have the edge here in the third quarter. Harris takes the inbound from Marinucci. She's trapped again. Gaudarisi, this time at Megan McDonald. Harris breaks it. Ellis, Marinucci, right back to Kai Harris. And now the Phillies will drop back into that 2-3 zone. Jackson, McCargo, Harris one more time. Gives it across Marinucci. She'll take the three. Too strong. And Abby McDonald pulls it off the glass. McDonald to her sister Megan. Down low to Proud. She'll put it off the glass. Sarah Proud again. Uniontown Lady Raiders just can't handle the Phillies tonight inside. Sarah Proud and Satiri Talley both having big nights.
Yeah, the two-headed monster, I guess you could say, of Talley and Proud there. And
a takeaway by Proud, as we mentioned her name. Down low, looking for Bochnak, out of bounds.
Too far there for Bochnak, but relatively few mistakes for the Phillies, and they lead this game by 13, under a minute to play in the third, and Uniontown has to capitalize. Kai Harris doing all she can. Uniontown's getting some decent looks, some outside jumpers, but they're just not falling. And heck, when one player has 19 of your 27 points and you're still, I'd say, relatively in the ball game, that's pretty impressive.
40-27, the Phillies lead. We are under a minute in the third. Winfrey almost losing it was Chelsea Spencer, and over and back called. Another bad turnover.
Yeah, no such thing as a good turnover, but that one, not much you could do. She was near the end line there and threw it in the backcourt, and another wasted opportunity for the Raiders down a baker's dozen.
McDonald on the left wing. To Gaudarisi. Abby McDonald, her sister, open. Offensive foul. Extended the arm, did Abby McDonald, into the chest of Ariel Winfrey. Abby McDonald, she's going to get hit with her third.
Substitution here coming out of the game. Abby McDonald and Kylie Miller will go in. She has two personals, and as you mentioned, Dan, Abby McDonald with three. She'll take a breather.
Harris. Inside Jackson now. Winfrey. She'll drive, and she's going to be fouled. .23, that goes against Bochnak. Only her first.
That is her first. Now Ariel Winfrey has the other 6 points for the Lady Raiders. Her teammate Kai Harris with 19, and she misses that first foul shot.
First chances from the line tonight for Winfrey.
You need to hit your foul shots. They're called free throws for a reason. When you're down 13, you have to take advantage of opportunities.
Second one, she got that one. 7 points now for Ariel Winfrey. Gaudarisi, 10 seconds to work with. Bochnak into the body of Jackson, no call. Spencer comes away with it. Harris, she's got 5. Kai Harris has got to bring it across quickly. I don't think she realizes how much time's left. Long jumper. Banks it in! Kai Harris from half court knocks it home to end the third quarter. And if that doesn't spark the Lady Raiders, nothing will. They go into the quarter break trailing by 9, 40-31, after an incredible half-court shot by Kai Harris to end the quarter. 40-31, the Phillies lead the Lady Raiders. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after these messages on the South Uniontown.
High energy costs eating away at your budget? Turn to the experts and call Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated at 724-438-5400 and ask for George or Mike. Let one of them tell you about Carrier's new green speed technology. Afraid of the cost of installing a geothermal system? Let Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated explain how green speed can help you achieve the same or similar results as geothermal without the same installation costs. Past history shows that the costs of heating and cooling your home are only going to continue to go up and up. Carrier's new green speed systems, when matched to your specific situation, will help you achieve substantial operational cost savings over conventional equipment. Green speed can give you the same or very similar results as geothermal in many different scenarios. Achieve SEER ratings of up to 20 with HSPF ratings of up to 12.5 for your home with green speed. Turn to the experts by calling Fayette Furnace Company at 724-438-5400 and asking for either George or Mike about giving you an estimate for combating the continuing high costs associated with heating and cooling your home.
Welcome back on the South Union Township Sports Network. We're still trying to collect ourselves here in the booth after that half-court heave by Kai Harris to end the quarter. And now the Lady Raiders started with the basketball, but a bad pass. Galderisi takes it away. That'll take the wind out of your sails real quickly. They had a chance to have a big-time swing up to 6 points. Instead, Galderisi takes it away and lays it in.
Yeah, Dan, Kai Harris keeping your team in this ball game, but a careless pass, and Galderisi takes it in for the Phillies. And now a layup there for Ariel Winfrey.
Ariel Winfrey, two more.
She has none.
Miller tipped away by Harris. Out of bounds, and it stays with the Phillies. 42-33, the Phillies lead. And that was a big moment there, Nick, that steal by Galderisi, because you go into the break, Kai Harris knocking down the half quarter. They have a big chance for at least a 5-point swing if they can get a bucket, a 6-point swing if they can get a triple, and just like that, it goes back the other way and takes the wind right out of the Lady Raiders' sails.
Oh, it certainly did, and now there's a turnover here. Kai Harris, who else?
Rose lost it.
And if you're Rose, all you have to do is catch that ball and finish down low, and once again, the Raiders spoil an opportunity, letting the ball go off Rose's hands, and a substitution here, McCargo into the game for the Raiders, and
42-33, Phillies edge. McDonald. Back to Miller. One more time, Abby McDonald. Gives her right back, Kylie Miller. Galderisi on the left side. McDonald. Talley back into the game now. She's got position on Yolanda Jackson. McDonald again. Inside, there it is. Satiri Talley over the top, lays it in.
Once again, it's like Groundhog Day, Dan. I mean, time and time again, Satiri Talley down low on that right block, and she finishes another bucket for Talley, and the Phillies extend the lead.
Winfrey going to the bucket. She can't get it. McDonald up ahead, looking for Galderisi over the top. Beautiful find again. Another assist for Abby McDonald. 2 more points for Ashley Galderisi. She's got 11.
I think Uniontown right now, if I'm playing coach, may need a timeout, slow things down. You're down 13 with 6 minutes to go in the Phillies. A quick 4-0 swing and another turnover for Uniontown.
Proud, Kylie Miller. Clear lane to the hoop, lays it in. And I think you're right. Winfrey might need that timeout as the Phillies now up 48-33. He will call it. A big-time swing for the Phillies. They lead the Lady Raiders 48-33, 6:03 left to go in the fourth. We'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
luck to the Phillies basketball team and their coaches this year. From the Phillies Basketball Boosters.
We're back on the South Union Township Sports Network. Laurel Highlands Phillies, they extend that lead to the biggest of the night for them, 48-33, 6:03 left to go in quarter number 4.
And a quick 6-0 run right before that timeout by Jason Winfrey by the Phillies, and Tally, Gaudarisi, Sarah Proud, and getting their buckets, and the Phillies not letting up here, up 15.
And Harris is going to be fouled. Question is it Miller or is it Gaudarisi? And it's Kylie Miller, her third. And that's the difference in this game, Nick. When you look down at our score sheets, LH, they're spreading it out. They've got everybody involved. For Uniontown, it's been the Kai Harris show, and she can only do so much.
That's about it. A little help from Winfrey, but besides for that, it's been all her tonight, and there's only so much one player can do out there, and she's facing a pretty tough foe in LH, and we have a foul there called on Ashley Gaudarisi.
She tried to knock the ball away from Kai Harris. Got a bit of the arm. 6 fouls now on the Phillies in the second half. Harris will inbound. McCargo right back to Harris. She'll take the jumper. She almost has to. Rebound pulled down by Proud, but Ellis right there for the steal. Malaysia Ellis back up. No. Second time, no. And Kai Harris over the back.
And 2 good looks there by Malaysia Ellis, who got a rebound after her first miss, and unfortunately, a foul will be called on the Raiders, and that will give the basketball to the Phillies.
Only the second on Kai Harris. Gaudarisi, she just lost control of it, and now Harris, clear lane to the bucket, lays it in. So a gift.
Her easiest bucket of the night. She has 24 tonight of her team's 35, and Phillies quickly. Tally missed the easy bunny.
And she got hacked down low, no call. She puts it back up, no again. And the rebound with Winfrey. Ellis, she'll slow it up, hand it off to Harris. Winfrey, pump fakes, drives into the lane, blocked by Talley. And she comes away with it as well. Now on the floor, scrambling after it. And a timeout call by Coach Rydell of the Phillies. A good timeout call. Didn't want to lose possession of the basketball. We'll take a break. 48-35, Phillies lead the Lady Raiders. 4:58 to go. You're watching Laurel Highlands Phillies basketball on the South Union Township Sports Network. We're back, 4:58 left in the fourth quarter here between the Phillies and the Lady Raiders on the South Union Township Sports Network. Dan Wallace, Nick Barczyk, Jerry DePay on the camera. And look at that, Nick. Left wide open behind the pack. Uniontown fell asleep. Satiri Talley has a wide open layup.
It's just way too easy. Talley wide open on her side of the floor, and she lays it in. 16 for Talley, and the Phillies are cruising now up 15.
Harris down low. McCargo, kick back out to Ellis. She almost has it knocked away by Gaudarisi. McCargo will take the jumper. And Abby McDonald there for the board. She has Gaudarisi up ahead. Doesn't see her. McDonald will just take it herself.
She has the arm out yelling her name.
And a foul on Kai Harris.
Kai Harris feels like she has to do it all for Uniontown, and she has for the most part offensively, and they're a little too aggressive. Her third personal, but that's really not a factor.
Inbound McDonald. Gaudarisi right back to McDonald.
Barely got in bounds in time.
Abby will hold the ball on the left side. Look to go inside to Proud. She threw it away. Kai Harris comes away with it. Looking to go to the rim again. Gets into the lane. Shot doesn't go, and Proud comes away with the board. And the Phillies still looking to run here. Gaudarisi was ahead of the pack. Proud didn't find her trip from behind.
And she hit the deck really hard, and for a second.
Oh, you don't like that. You don't like that burn on the knees there.
No, you don't like that. For a second, it looked like she maybe wouldn't get up there for a while, but she's quickly to her feet. She's looks to be in a little discomfort to Sarah Proud. Coach Rydell leaving her in. Phillies to inbound.
So foul called against McCargo, her third. Now Abby McDonald to Kylie Miller, back to McDonald. She's left open, doesn't take the shot. Miller, McDonald, now she's left two open. Short, the shot by Abby McDonald, and McCargo comes away with it, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Kylie Miller. 50-35, Phillies lead, 3:44 left to go.
Substitution coming into the game for the Phillies, Gianna Johns, and coming out is Sarah Proud, who should get a breather there for the sole purpose that she hit the deck pretty hard a few moments ago and maybe knocked the wind out of her.
Kira Rhodes as well for the Lady Raiders back in, replacing McCargo. Pass knocked away. Last touch by Gaudarisi.
Ashley Gaudarisi now backing down, her team up 15 late in the ball game, but still looking to be a ball hawk, and she falls back into a 2-3 zone along with the rest of her team.
Ellis. Malaysia Ellis pressured by McDonald. And a blocking foul.
Abby McDonald.
It's going to be the fourth on her. Didn't look like much of a foul, as Ellis could have just gone right around her. McDonald didn't really move, but ran into McDonald's hip, and they're going to call it, and Malaysia Ellis is going to get 1-1.
17 fouls on the Phillies this half, and you're right, Dan, a 1-1 here for Ellis. And
first one drops.
She gets the shooter's roll.
You're not supposed to get that kind of roll on the road here at the Harold Horse Taylor Memorial Gymnasium, but she gets it anyway.
The iron was kind there.
Ellis, not so kind on the second one. Abby McDonald comes away with it, 50-36. The Phillies lead, 3:20 left to go. Gianna Johns tie up in the corner with Winfrey, and it's going to stay with the Phillies. McDonald's going to inbound from the baseline. Looking for Miller, almost taken away by Ellis, right back to McDonald. Tries to go inside, Satiri Talley over the top again. She's fouled. No shot, though.
Once again, like clockwork, Talley down low, and she gets fouled, and the foul will be whistled on number 33, Yolanda Jackson, number 4 for her.
Well, she was on the floor, but she's going to go to the line anyway. 1-1 coming for the Phillies. 7th team foul against the Lady Raiders. Satiri Talley tonight. Couple free throws from the line, 2 of 3. 3 of 4. Talley with the second one. She got them both. Phillies have been good from the stripe tonight. That's why they have a 16-point edge, 52-36 over the Lady Raiders.
They certainly have. They're taking advantage of opportunities. When they have open looks, generally they're making them. Can't say the same for the Lady Raiders tonight. They're down 15.
Harris drives baseline. Kicks it back out. Ariel Winfrey. There's an open look. It's too strong.
Not even close there.
And Talley with the board. Hands off to Kylie Miller.
Philly's going to slow it down considerably as they look at the scoreboard. No reason to rush. No shot clock, of course, in the high school game. Take your time.
Bochnak, though, she's going to travel. She wanted to go down low to Talley, and we're going to see a wave of substitutions now. Proud back in. Abby McDonald in. You got to think Rydell pretty soon is going to call off the dogs, and we might see a couple of those younger players, the sophomores and juniors for the Phillies.
They give them some experience, and nonetheless in a Uniontown LH game, something to tell their friends about in class the next day. And this game looks to be won, but let's see what Uniontown has in the tank.
Rose, McCargo. 4 of the 5 starters still out there for the Phillies. Harris. Off to Winfrey. Kicks it back inside in the paint to Harris. She gets another one.
Good look for Kai Harris.
Big night continues. 26 points for her. Gaudarisi broke McCargo's ankle. She takes a floater in the lane, doesn't go. Talley with the rebound. Back up. No. And now Winfrey comes away with it. Looking ahead, Kai Harris. Harris, stop and pop. She doesn't get that one. In and out it goes. And Gaudarisi comes away with it. She's fouled. It looked like Gaudarisi tripped, but Kai Harris caught her as she was going down. And that'll be the fourth on Harris.
Yeah, fourth on Harris, but Dan, I'm so impressed even with her team in a losing effort. 26 of her team's 38 points, but besides for that, you can just tell she has a feel for the game. She knows when to stop and pop, and I don't know, she's aggressive without being too aggressive. She does have 3 fouls, but still very, very impressed am I with Kai Harris.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. The Phillies lead 52-38 with 1:41 left to go here at Harold Horse Taylor Memorial Gymnasium. We'll be right back with the conclusion here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
We're back on the South Union Township Sports Network. Phillies leading 52-38 with 1:41 left to go in the fourth. Right before the break, Gaudarisi fouled by Kai Harris, and now she's got a 1-on-1 opportunity from the line. Front end for Gaudarisi, off the front iron. Tipped around, but she finds her own rebound, does Ashley. And she's going to look to go right back to the rim. Hook shot in the lane, no. Talley there for the rebound. Spins around, puts it back up. It doesn't go. Sarah Proud's going to get a chance. And finally, Ariel Winfrey. About 4 chances there on that possession for the Phillies. Don't come away with anything. Now Harris into the lane. No. Tipped around. And Talley there for another rebound. We're not keeping track of boards up here, but you got to think Satiri Talley is well past that mark to hit the double-double tonight.
Oh, for sure. She has a slight advantage with size, but nonetheless, she plays aggressive and really impressive game for her. And by far the most impressive Raider with the basketball now, Kai Harris. And
55 left to go. Winfrey trapped. Ball knocked away. Taken away by Fuller. Knocked away from behind by Winfrey. She gets it right back, and Fuller all over her, fouls her.
Mia Fuller there playing some aggressive, hard defense, but she figures with no personal foul, she can afford to get one with her team of 14 so late in the game. She picks up one and comes out.
So only her first.
Kylie Miller comes out, and coming into the game, Megan McDonald.
Front end, no. The rebound pulled down by Proud. Megan McDonald, Abby McDonald. And she's just going to pull it back out and look to dribble out the clock. Megan McDonald. 14-point edge, 52-38. The Phillies, they're just going to look to hold the ball. Megan McDonald.
Uniontown won't foul here, but still Harris trying her best to get the ball without the foul.
And we're going to get a timeout.
Wow.
A late timeout call. Looked like the ball was already knocked away, and Coach Winfrey's already saying that too.
I was going to say, it looked like Harris had the ball when the timeout was granted to LH.
So 18.3 seconds left to go, 52-38. The Phillies lead. The Phillies, Nick, they're going to improve here tonight. Only 18 seconds left. They're going to go to 8-7, and they've shown when they can play their best basketball, they're a force to be reckoned with in Section 3 of AAA.
Well, they certainly are. They're very deep, too. You look at Ashley Gaudarisi, Abby McDonald. I'm very impressed by Satiri Talley, and you look at Megan McDonald on the score sheet, and they play great defense, and got to give it to Uniontown as well with Kai Harris playing the game of her life, 26 points, and she's pacing her team, 26 of her team's 38, and they're still in the ball game. They were up until maybe a quarter ago, or not even that. Right now it's a lost cause, but you're right, Dan, a force to be reckoned with. This is a deep LH team, a team that makes their shots and plays good defense. They have the press. They have the 2-3 defense working, and they look like a force to be reckoned with in Section 3 AAA.
McDonald inbounds to Miller, 15 seconds. And she's just going to dribble it out, and it looks like Uniontown might call off the Dogs here. But Marinucci instead looking to get a steal and a travel. 2.1 left to go. And they can get themselves right back in a good position for playoff seeding, can the Phillies, as they get Southmoreland, Derry, and Yock coming up. They've already beaten Southmoreland and Yock both. They get Derry. Kai Harris, she's going to hit the partition to end the game. 52-38. The Phillies beat the Lady Raiders here from Harold Horse Taylor Memorial Gymnasium.
That is your final. Once again, thank you so much, Dan. LH with a 52-38 win over Uniontown. An entertaining game, a typical Uniontown Laurel Highlands game, either on the boys' side or the girls' side. You see physical play, and these two teams, these two schools, as we know from growing up here, don't exactly like each other, but a very entertaining game. Ashley Gaudarese had a big night for LH. She had 11. The leading scorer, though, with 18, Sateri Talley. How about Kai Harris for Uniontown? 26 of her team's 38. You also had Ariel Winfrey had 9, and we had Rose with 2. But for the most part, it was all LH tonight. They led from the get-go, and they come away with the 52-38 win. Once again, LH 52 and Uniontown 38, your final score. Now, tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, J.R. Wheeler, Gary Smith, and their fine staff. I'm Nick Barczyk alongside Daniel Wallace. Dan, thanks so much. It was a pleasure. Great job as always. Nick Barczyk alongside Daniel Wallace, and of course, Jerry Dupay. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation. Your final score, the Laurel Highlands Phillies 52, the Uniontown Lady Raiders 38. This is the South Union Township Sports Network. So long, everybody. Take care.